Welcome back guys on my YouTube channel. Today I have an exciting video because yesterday there was the official Dakar presentation and this means Dakar 2021 has officially started. With the official Dakar conference, now we have really important information for us, which is entry fee costs, all the costs for assistance service and all the dates, the route, how many days we are gonna race, and how many tires we will be allowed, because a lot has changed from a regulation point of view. But without focusing on the regulations, I'll do a dedicated video for that. Same as for the costs, I'm gonna do a whole video breaking down all the budget to really race Dakar, the full budget including bike, spare parts and all that. Back here you see a big whiteboard where I have written down the plan to tackle Dakar 2021, and now I'll share it with you and I'll show you in detail what I wrote, and hopefully this will help also you get to Dakar. By the way, if you missed the Dakar official conference, I'll link it down here in the description. And we also made it in the Dakar conference video because I was featured in a small section of the video, so check it out. You all know getting to the start of Dakar is actually tougher than racing Dakar itself. Here on this board, I did my plan, which I hope it will help you, but also I want to know in the comments if you have any suggestions, anything I should add. But let's start. First thing here is you or me. Red dot because our bank accounts are surely in red, and that's the first obstacle. First thing you have to do, you have to take a decision. You can't wait to have everything already organized to get to Dakar, or you'll never get to Dakar. So first thing, you take the decision. Okay, this year, next year, I'm gonna race Dakar. As soon as you take this decision, you have to speak out. Start telling people about you going to Dakar, and not I wanna go. I'm gonna go to Dakar 2021, like I did here on my YouTube channel. This creates also in your head a real commitment. Speak out on social media, but at the same time, you have to be prepared to send your entry. So have all the details, all the information you need in order to send your entry, because once you sent it, there's no way back. After this, we analyze cost. You'll probably start crying all night. And then we have to analyze and plan out the real budget, and you'll cry for a week. But regarding the budget, I want to do a specific video like I did on my old Dakar web series. I'll link here the video of the old costs, because now it's a new country, a new chapter, and costs have slightly changed. So this will be a separate video. Parallel to you taking the decision, analyzing costs and building the real budget, you'll have to start training, and you have to start training in the moment you take the decision. And there are several aspects you have to train to get to Dakar, because we all know this is the toughest motorsport event in the world. And it's not only about your physical training, so there will be different aspects you have to work on. The first aspect to me is the key factor, it's the mental training. Psychologically, you have to be prepared for a huge amount of stress. But if you tackle well this aspect, I'm 100% sure you'll be successful at Dakar. Second aspect is the physical training. In my opinion, it's not so fundamental like the mental training, but still it's an important factor. So you'll have to train, do some gym, some cardio, mountain bike, go and ride your dirt bike, do some motocross. Then you have the motorbike training. This has to be specific. You can't go to Dakar just riding at your local motocross track or just going do enduro with friends. Everything has to be properly planned, and there has to be a logic behind your training. The other aspect, very important, is the mechanical training. You need to know how to work on the bike, especially if, like me, you're racing Malmoto. This whole plan that I brainstormed is applicable to any type of rider, from the factory rider, pro rider, to the amateur rider that goes with service, to the solo rider like me that goes and rides alone and does everything on his own. I know this video is not so exciting and could get you a little bit bored, but it's fundamental for all of you that wanna get to the start line. Every aspect I'm writing here, I'm breaking it down in several points. So getting back here on the training side, mental, physical, motorbike and mechanical. On the mental training, you won't believe it, but I think video games can be really helpful for your concentration. And I'll show you in one video how there is a video game that can also train you for navigation and to read the road book. Then I placed go-karts. I'm gonna go race go-karts here at my local track because I feel that will help me improve my focus and I will manage to keep it for a longer time as I'll do whole night sessions training on the go-kart. Third point is stress test yourself. Try and really put yourself under stress while you're here at home, maybe trying not to sleep for a couple of nights and still work and do a bunch of stuff, go even party out hard, but really try and understand your limits. That's really, really, really important. From the physical training, this is how I'm gonna tackle my training. I'm gonna do some mountain biking. Now it's summer, so I'll go out with friends and enjoy the nature. I'll do some home exercises like the video I showed you, episode 2 or 3, 2, I don't know, just look at the videos. Then I'm gonna do motocross because motocross will also help me develop my motorbike training skills, but also from a physical point of view, it's gonna make me more fit. From motorbike training, I'm gonna do motocross. I'm gonna do some races, and this is very important because the conditions in which you race are different from the ones when you are training. Meaning that the stress you have and the tension you experience at a race cannot be simulated in normal training. So I'm gonna do some enduro races, some motocross races, and some rally races. I wanna try and develop different type of skills, and all these three sports have different characteristics. Enduro, you race for several hours, so it's good to stay on the bike for a long time. Also, you don't know, especially on the first lap when you do an enduro race, you don't know what's coming up, so you have to improvise a lot. Motocross, it improves your reflexes, it makes you very fast on the bike, it helps you develop skills like learning how to do jumps, and this can become crucial while racing a rally, because if we hit a wed at a very high speed and we didn't see the danger in the road book, even though Dakar 2021, we will have an audio alert on our GPS when we approach any danger. Knowing how to jump will save you from crashing. Rallies, you need to do some rallies, you need to gain some experience, and you need to ride on dunes. Sand dunes riding, I'm gonna be in Dubai and Abu Dhabi with Crazy Camel Motorsports, doing some trainings on dunes and on the route of the Abu Dhabi Desert Challenge, which in my opinion is the best rally if you want to see at what level you're at with your speed, your fitness, and if you're ready for Dakar. From mechanical point of view, well, I'm lucky, I have a workshop, I build rally bikes, so I have some experience and won't have to work a lot on that, but still, my suggestion for you is build your bikes. You have a motocross bike, you have a road bike, do all the work yourself. Read the manual, look on YouTube for tutorials. Don't bring it from now to the end of the year, don't bring any of your bikes to the mechanic and be your own mechanic. Study the motorbike manual. When you decide which bike you're gonna race with Dakar, the first thing you have to do is you need to know almost by heart the whole manual of the bike. You need to know everything, where it is, how it works, so that in case that you have any issue, you immediately know where you have to put your hands. Lastly, work for free in a workshop. I personally started this way. I started working, as you may have seen in the video, with my grandparents. I started working in a workshop for free. I would sleep on the floor and I learned so much. Ideally, choose a workshop that does rallies, not just a general workshop. Now that I have quickly explained what my training plan is and what I suggest for you, we move back up the budget and the cost analysis. Once we have listed the budget we actually need, it can be 60, 70, 80,000 euros. It's gonna be very difficult nowadays to raise sponsorship because due to the coronavirus situation, companies, the first thing they cut down is sponsorship and advertising. So after we have the real budget, we have to start trying to cut down costs because this will get us a step closer and will make it easier for us to get to the start. There are different ways to cut down costs and make your budget much smaller. First of all, you can try and ask to work as a test rider for companies in the motorbike industry. It can be, I don't know, a tire manufacturer you have in your country. You can ask, can I test tires for you? This will reduce your cost for training because you won't have to buy tires or any other part on your bike. This can earn you free stuff, but also it can earn you some money. Another way to cut down costs, and in my experience it has been the most helpful thing I managed to do, is to work as a media tester. Be on magazines, be testing bikes, be paid to go and ride motorbikes around the world. It's not that easy, and let me know if you want me to make a dedicated video where I'll share with you my story on how, without any university degree, I managed to become a journalist. Another part that can help you cut down the cost is to find technical partners. By the way, let me know if all this plan, you want me to create it in a PDF file and so that you can download it. Write it in the comments. I want to know if this maybe can help you. It can be something that gives you some inspiration. There is one thing that can really speed you up, and this is create useful content. You can see that all the lines point to this central focus. Creating useful content by sharing your experience while you're trying to get to Dakar, or even just your experience going to a motocross track and making a video on that particular motocross track. This can help you a lot gain sponsors, gain technical partners, meet new people. For my Dakar 2021, I'm gonna center all the biggest efforts in creating useful content, like this video and this whole series that has to help any rider that wants to get to Dakar and doesn't know where to start. This also gives me the opportunity to meet new people around the world and maybe have some companies interested in featuring some of their products or something in my videos. To create useful content, we need a platform, and that's not social media. Social media will help us, we'll need to take care of it, so YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, but we need a platform, and this is what I'm gonna now focus. My first step is I'm gonna build my website. I used to have a blog that I updated a lot when I tried to get to my first Dakar and I did the crowdfunding. I managed to have my crowdfunding plan be successful because I blogged a lot and I wrote a lot of things. The site is still up. You can visit. It's here in the description, but it's also easy to remember. It's ladakar.com, which means the Dakar in Italian. Having gained back in 2012 experience by using a website and being helped thanks to the content I created, my 2021 campaign will focus on this. I'll need to build a new website where I need to try and update as much as possible, reviewing products, reviewing tracks, reviewing races, and I'll really have to commit to publishing at least 2-3 articles every week. Building a website is not that difficult, even if you're not so much into tech. It's relatively simple. There are thousands of tutorials on YouTube. I'll speed up your process by showing you the websites I use in order to build my website. So there are no excuses why you cannot do it. And trust me, this is so important, because you have to brand yourself. You have to think of Dakar, this plan, like a business plan, because you need to raise money unless you're rich and you have them in your pocket. I don't, so I need to take advantage of all the tools I can have for a very low price in order to gain the budget to raise. An extra tip to brand yourself properly is, other than building your blogging website, you need to create your own logo, and you should start obviously a YouTube channel, because I think that the relationship you can have when people get to know you more in a video format cannot create the same relationship by just writing blog posts and just writing and posting photos on social media. To help myself build the website, create my logo, create useful content, I bought 2 books because I can't afford to go to a designer or to a graphic design agency. This book is regarding logos. It helps you understand how you should design a logo. The other book is photography book. I need to step up my photography game so that I can do nice photos, edit them well, and create also a graphically appealing website so that all you guys will check it every week. If you're still watching the video, it means you're really committed to Dakar, because I understand there is a lot to do and it can be scary when you see all the aspects you have to work on. Once we have built our website, we have created a nice appealing logo, we have started our YouTube channel, the other things we will do is we will have to contact a media, either a magazine or an online media, because we need to make an official announcement. This after our entry has been accepted. Now, on Monday, 15th of June, Dakar entry is officially open and they close on the 15th of July. Then people get noticed if they are accepted or not. Once you have been accepted, you have to make an official announcement, and you cannot make it, or in my opinion, it's better if an official media makes it, because this can give you credibility if then you start contacting companies. So you contact any media, and trust me, on any website, any magazines, there is an email, just try and contact them, and almost surely a media will post the official announcement of you racing Dakar. The other things I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try probably and do some crowdfunding. I'm not sure still about this because I did it in the past, and I'll try and invent something cool. Another idea that I have never done in the past but want to try this year is to create some merchandise. I want to make a cool logo, not with my name. I'll make two versions, one just a logo and one with my name, because so that I can then create some merchandise, and hopefully some of you will buy it and will enjoy wearing my merchandise. Creating my merchandise will obviously help me cut down costs, but all that I'm doing here will also help me create useful content, because on my website I'll post every step I do. Not always I'll be able to do it with a video, but I'll create posts letting you know what I'm doing. I don't know, I doubt that this year it will be possible. Attending trade shows, that's something I always did, and it always gave me the opportunity to get to know new companies and to gain some sponsors and some technical partners. With the coronavirus, it's gonna be difficult. There will be any trade shows this year. I will also choose my sponsors, and I'll do another dedicated video on this, because it's very important not to just look for any sponsors. You have to choose your sponsors. You have to choose who you want to represent, which companies you really believe in. If not, you're just losing time, because companies will look at you just like a desperate person that just wants money to go race and play around. That's not the case. You have to tackle, especially searching sponsors, like a business. There has to be behind a real marketing plan if you wanna raise some money, because you have to make companies understand that investing on you will bring them a return on their investment much bigger than the money they're giving you. After we have tackled all these aspects and we have met new people, because this is a fundamental side of life in general. Motorcyclists are a really nice and big community, but at the same time it's a very small world, and I've always met every year people that really have helped me out, and which I thank, because if today I do what I love as my job, it's because of all the nice people I met on my road and in my life. Once we have dealt with sponsors and everything, we have to choose the bike. Personally, I would like to go with the Yamaha to Dakar, because my dream is to win the Malmoto class on a Yamaha. I don't know if this will be possible. I'll try and contact dealers and even try and contact Yamaha to see if I can get any support. And I don't know if it's gonna take me 1 year, 10 years or whatever, but I really want to win the Malmoto class. And I think also the next years of my life will be centered on this goal I want to achieve. Once you chose your bike, you have to build your rally bike. If you subscribe to this channel, you'll see I post about all the rally bikes I built, because I do this as a job, and maybe you can get some important information from these videos and from the website, where I'll put in detail every accessories I install on the bikes. Once you've built the bike, you have your sponsors, your technical partners, you are gonna want to do a photo shoot and a video shoot, because it's important to give back to all the people that helped you, especially the companies. And having a photo shoot, a nice photo shoot and a video shoot, I suggest you invest some money on a photographer and a filmmaker, and then send all the photos where you can see the logos and everything to the companies that supported you. Then you get to this point, you ship your bike, and if, like me, you're racing Malmoto, you'll have to prepare your Malmoto box. Once we dealt with all the bike and parts going to Saudi Arabia, we'll need to find a motorbike enthusiast flight attendant. It happened to me in the past. I'm lucky I met some people that were working as flight attendants at an enduro event, and they helped me because flight attendants can get for friends very cheap flights. So I managed to cut down another cost by getting a super cheap flight. I had to travel all around the world, but I got like with 250 euros, I got to South America in 2017. You get the ticket and then find a cheap place or free place to sleep, because before the race, you'll have to get at least 1 week before Dakar starts. In the past, I just went on forums, IDV Rider and other websites. I posted I was going to Dakar, asking if anyone can help me. And every year I found people that had me at their home for free and also helped me in the days before Dakar, get everything in place before the start. Lastly, we have scrutineering, technical verifications of our bike. Everything has to be in order, and then it's Dakar 2021. I know this has been quite a long and a bit boring video, but I feel this is information you really need before you send your entry to Dakar. Let me know in the comments which aspects of getting to Dakar you're more interested in, because I wanna make several videos on different parts of this brainstorm plan. Also, I'll keep you updated when my new website will be up. Monday is 15th of June. We'll officially become poor because I'm gonna send my entry the first day, because I don't want to have time to think, because if you have time to think, you'll never enter Dakar. You just have to take the decision, send the money, and you're in. Thanks a lot, guys, for watching, and to all of you that managed to get to the end of this video. I'll see you next week with the Dakar official entry video. Ciao.